You saw that there's a different type of data binding. There's string interpolations, like you have a one-way data binding, and the text between you set up set of curly braces, like you see that's one of the example, the curly braces, and it's sent to the your models. So this is one way. So you view and then into the your model level. And property binding, property allows to bind the view template expressions, and then the property binding means you have a models and then you have a presentation level. So you bind your properties from the view to models and or model to view. That's one. This is called the one-way mechanism. This allow you to change the bin whenever you want to, and only the component levels to change it. So that means in the data binding, string interpolation is possible, property binding, and that is the most important one, the event binding. So when I start the development, I will show you how the really those types of bindings works. And this is the most important one, the event binding. So event binding is defined in updating and sending the values and information of certain variables from the presentation level, from the presentation view to the component level, I mean the model level. So if you one example, there's a button, save button. That means here is you see the save button, and this is the complete forms. And then if I click the save button without any event, just like it saved the complete button into the database level. And this is the things I will show you when I start the complete developments, start development for building those forms, and why we use this form. You see that in the before, it's you see that in the there is a binding example how when you type it here and it automatically fill it, but in it's like an example how the form is created. But when my service is getting ready, then I just send to this form to the save button, and it's automatically saved to the database. So this is one of the example, the event binding without any parameter pass. Want to bind the corresponding event, they click to the methods and our components. So next example, the method is executed when the button click is done. That means when you have input marks here, the input values, when you click this button, and it's automatically call these buttons and an event, and send to the data into the database view backend server. For our case, it's a PostGIS SQL server and part of the PostGIS backend. Hello.
Hello.